uh, conducted by NAIA under General Manager Edmond Monreal, as well as the DOTR OTC, which is the Office of the Transport Security. And I just would like to express my sincerest and deepest apology to the public dun sa nakapanood po ng video, and I'm really sorry. I shouldn't act that way. It's very uncalled for a public official to act that way. Although, if there are some lapses that happened this morning, I should just have reported it and then never reacted that I grabbed the ID of that gentleman. Ako nga lang po, as you can see from the CCTV, I didn't want to comment anymore. If it is the full length of the CCTV or it was spliced and edited. Pero as usual po, I travel once a week or once every 2 weeks to provinces and other international destination din po. Parang naging part of life ko na rin po to, that I, every time I will go to the second checkpoint, I remove my belt, sometimes my watch, and then cellphone, put it in my backpack. And it was shown on the CCTV rin na I was grabbing my backpack without the person asking me na, kasi nga wala naman pong nag-alarm or hindi naman po tumunog yung barrier. So I just thought that okay na, kasi nga usually pagka tumunog, then you have to go back and remove whatever metal do you have that I have during that time. So nung pinabalik niya po ako, napasunod lang po ako dun sa taong nasa unahan ko na pareho po kami naka-slip on rubber shoes na hindi rin tumunog. So I thought, and also there was no prior announcement sa kanya na remove your shoes, usually po kasi ganon. So I thought we don't have that alert level. And then the reason why I pull out my ID, because since he didn't ask for me to go back and remove my shoes anyway, so hindi na ako nag-comply, sabi ko, by the way nga pala, meron akong security access din. And then siguro bago ka lang at sabi kong ganun, you don't know the protocol. Then he answered me, 3 taon na ako. So the more that we have to report the incident kung ganun po. So I have no intention of harming, and definitely my actions at the airport was totally uncalled for. Tulad niyan sinabi ko, I would like to extend my deepest apology, especially those people in the netizens and the media, as well as yung mga kapwa natin Pilipino po na nakapanood. And then on the other side naman po, na nagpapasalamat din po ako kasi nag-viral ito, nagkaroon po ng public awareness in regards to the availability ng footages pala ng mga CCTV sa airport, because we have received several complaints in regards to the nananakawan, nawawalan ng gamit, especially yung mga OFW. And right now we have filed a case, a resolutions, just I think that's 2 months ago, when we were able to rescue 27 victims of human trafficking, which involved 7 minors. And part of that investigation, we requested the Office of the Transport Security and NAIA to provide us a footages, because I will going to share you the video and the video confessions of one of the victim that I have met in Dubai. 200 plus po sila, na ang mga involved nga rito ay airport personnel. And the same thing dun sa nagreklamo po ng nawalan po sila ng kanilang mga gamit at pera na OFW rin na lumapit dun po sa ating tanggapan. And also a copy of the video that a Taiwanese nawalan din po ng kanyang gamit, at kitang-kita naman po sa CCTV video, but it was not official video coming from the OTS. The same like yung nag-viral po, it was just taken from the smartphone and it was shared. So yung sa akin lang po, the video that was posted and spread all over the internet was coming from a raw video from a CCTV or Office of the Transport Services po and Security Services. Again, I would like to extend my sincerest public apology to all the netizens and the people na sa palagay ko po nasaktan ko, especially Mr. Abdul, which is the SSO of the NAIA. And tulad nga po noon ay as early at that same day, I already sent message to GM Edmond Real in regards to the what happened or the incident. I just reported it and it's very clear. Sabi ko nga sa kanya na I don't want to any of the employees or any of your employees will be put in trouble just for reporting it, this incident, which is when I landed in Cebu. He replied to me na it was already investigated and my sincere apology, sabi po ni GM Ed, and at the same time nag-apologize din po yung worker, I mean yung security. And sabi ko okay na sa akin yun. Nagulat lang po ako the next day, nag-viral pa po pala yung video, which we didn't reacted. I just immediately release a press statement which I think you receive also, mga kasama natin sa Binja, that expressing my sincere apology kung ano man yung nangyari at inasal ko po doon sa airport. Again, I'm really sorry and my apology to NAIA and also the affected employees and personnel of the OTS po. Unang-una, for the past 3 years that I've been a member of Congress, once a year na medyo dapuan po tayo ng monthly period ay hindi ko na rin po na maiaalis na tao lang po na marupok at umiinit ang ulo, nai-stress din sa trabaho. And yung nangyari po unang-una first sa Sir RJ yung sa Hong Kong. We were both the same OFW advocates fighter for our rights. Kasama po natin si Kaeman ng Migrante International ng Hong Kong. And during that time po, there was an event in Hong Kong and then nagrarally po sila, yung grupo nila, pinaparating nila yung kanilang mga hinaing. Lalong-lalo na po doon sa pagtanggal ng Overseas Employment Certificate na hanggang ngayon po, sa tagal na rin po ng panahon nating linalaban yan, kasama sila ay hindi pa rin po natutugunan. So, ang sa akin lang po, ay mas ginusto natin magkaroon ng dialogo. Yung grupo sa side, me, hindi na po ako dating miyembro ng isang Filipino migrant groups or workers group. Ngunit isang kaparte na rin ng gobyerno na nais dinggin ang kanilang pong mga hinaing na pwede ko naman pong bilang representante ng OFW ay maparating sa ating mga kawani ng gobyerno, lalong-lalo na po sa Department of Labor. So during that time, we were so very passionate sa aming mga pinaglalaban. Meron pong hindi pagkakaintindihan hanggang sa umabot po doon sa sigawan. Yes, I lose my temper but definitely that was just part of the video at nagkaayos na rin po kami ni Kaeman. Ngayon po ay magkasama rin po kami nakikipaglaban na tuluyan na rin matanggal itong mga problema natin sa OAC at ganoon na rin sa mga lumalalang illegal recruitment sa ibang bansa, lalong-lalo na po involving our airports po. Tapos yung tungkol naman po doon sa nabanggit din si RJ na bongo joke. Siguro hindi lang po ako talaga pinanganak na komedyante. So very corny yung mga joke. Ang sa akin po, dapat ang joke kung bibitawan yung kung sino hindi pumalakpak ay mamamatay bukas. So yun po yung usual na joke na nadidinig ko pagka nagsisimula ang isang inaantok na mga crowd. Wala po akong maisip na joke, kaya sinabi ko, una nagtanong po ako sino nakakilala sa ating mahal na Secretary Bongo na sumusuporta at very proud dito sa mga bagong graduate or bagong lisensyado mga agricultural and biosystem engineer. At nakakalungkot nga rin po, during that time, meron na talagang siyempre na karamihan po or may nakakarami doon na hindi talaga siguro nila gusto ang ating administrasyon. So nakakadinig po tayo ng mga buwing sa likod. Tapos at sinasabi lang, hindi namin kilala yan. Paltas ganon. So ako nag-joke na ako. O sige, kung sino hindi nakakilala kay Secretary ay wala kayong PRC card. Pero for a fact naman po na for the fact na natanggap na naman nila yung kanilang mga diploma at mga PRC. So, it was a stupid and classic joke which I already apologize. Also, my joke was never been part of the statement of our Secretary Bongo or whatsoever po.
Sir, may kumakalat po ngayong document on social media supposedly of your party in March 2018, removing you from the membership of the party and withdrawing po your seat in Congress and declaring you po as persona non grata. Sir, is this, can you confirm this document? Ano na po yung naging actions ng party?
Thank you, Ms. Mara. Actually, yung dokumento, nagulat nga din ako kasi it's never been official. We try to ask the House of Representatives under the HRET. They never received a document. We inquire also in COMELEC. They have received it, but they cannot take an action on that. Just for the record also, Jun Adorna or Feliciano Adorna, we file a case against him because of large-scale stapa, usurpation of authority, pati na rin po misrepresentation. Because nagpapakalat po siya sa mga iba't ibang lugar, lalong-lalo na po sa mga probinsya ng kanyang calling card, nandito po yung mukha niya, at meron pong logo ng House of Representatives, at the same time calling himself as Honorable Feliciano Jun, member of the 17th Congress, House of Representatives. At yung binigay niya pong address na dito sa Congress is Arias Building, Batasan Pambansa, Commonwealth, Quezon City, Room 618, South Wing, House of Representatives. So 3 taon na rin po ako rito at magtatatlong taon na rin po, wala po akong nalaman na may Arias Building sa loob ng House of Representatives. So, we brought this matter to the Office of the Speaker, especially our Secretary General, that the party is being misrepresented, and we were able to get reports also from some congressman offices that this person is soliciting money and project or whatsoever using this letter. And also we have received a letter coming from Asia Link. Ito po yun na sinisingil po kami ng sasakyan na ang sabi po, may we request your artisan to set an appointment with Mr. Feliciano Adorna, Chairman AXO OFW Party List, has unsettled card loan, account to, etc., etc. So, nangutang po siya, and ang ginagamit niyang garantor ang aming partido. And definitely, we wrote a letter to Asia Link through our lawyers, at kinasuhan po siya ng Asia Link ng estapa at hinatak po ang sasakyan. Thirdly, we received also letter coming from Department of Agrarian Reform and DA that this certain Feliciano Adorna is soliciting money from a group of farmers trying to promise them to convert their farmland into a parabang subdivision. So, we reply back to Department of Agrarian Reform under Honorable Rafael Mariano as early as May of 2017, saying that we are not in the privy of these transactions. And sumulat po sa amin, siguro hindi niya akalain na yung mga government agency na yun susulat sa kanilang direkla. So, for the public information po, Jun Adorna was already expelled from the AXO OFW party list because of the unscrupulous activities. We already filed it in RTC. At the same thing, it was already removed, his membership as well as his other cohorts from the AXO OFW party list. We have the official list of the members of the board as well as the copy of the official Security and Exchange Commissions, the board of directors and the officer, as well as the authorized signatory of the party this coming 2019 election. So this is for qualifications that the documents being circulated in the social media is fake and bogus. It was not received by the office of the House of Representative, either 8th Street or the Secretary General Office po. Yun lang po.
Never available. Pero nagkaroon ba ng conflict within the party kaya po may lumabas po ganitong document so kung after Mr. Pelipan?
We never received any conflict, especially from the member of the Board of Directors of PAX OFW party list because wala naman pong lumabas na mga issue in regards to our party. We represent the OFW sectors. We have regional officers and we even have representative for I think almost 27 countries. And one of the biggest organization is the AXO OFW Middle East, AXO OFW Hong Kong, etc. po. And we never recognize this person, Feliciano Adorna, because first of all, I'm still I am the duly representative of AXO OFW in the 17th Congress, and actually being a member of the minority group under Congressman Danilo Suarez po. Yun nga po, napakahirap po pala na nagba-viral at nararamdaman ko rin po yung mga ibang kapwa natin na bina-viral at hindi po kayo makatulog. We have received several wala pong mga pangalan and receiving po death threats. Go to hell and your family and my even my I really apologize. I would like to apologize also to my daughters and son na pati po sila ay binabash ang kanilang social media account. They have to take it down, and as well as my wife. Pero sa akin po, although masakit po sa akin yun, nagpapasalamat naman po ako at because this become a public awareness for everyone na pwede pa ng pagtakpan ng kapwa empleyado ng mismo nagtatrabaho sa ating mga paliparan ang kanilang pagkakamali or posibleng katiwalian po. You don't have the right to live, you don't represent us, you will go to hell. Tapos doon po sa social media, pag nakita kita, papatayin kita at gugulpihin kita, yung mga ganun po. Although it is a form, we don't actually verify if the person really exists or if it is a troll, but I really respect you po, and ito po is isang wake-up call para sa akin or para sa aming mga empleyado ng gobyerno. Tama man po ang ating may mga kamalian man po tayo na nakikita, pero hindi rin po tama na mag-asal tayo tulad po ng aking ginawa sa airport. I should have reported it directly to the supervisor, and I should not grab his shirt because kaya ko naman po nagawa yung kasi tinatago niya po yung identity niya. I was asking for his name. At again po, sana po, alam ko po yung sasaloobin nyo, samahan nyo na loob, murahin nyo na po ako, pero let's spare our children, lalo na po ito yung mga kabataan din po. Maraming salamat po. Ako lang po, dagdag ko na lang po, ipapagpatuloy ko pa rin po yung laban, lalong-lalo na po dun sa mga biktima ng human trafficking, biktima po ng mga OFW na nawalan po ng mga kanilang gamit, pera, at biktima rin po ng mga nakaraang tanimbala, which is, it's very clear from our record here in the Congress and the Senate that we have requested the Office of the Transport Security during the Honrado's time. They never provided us a CCTV in regards to the tanimbala. And in regards dun sa mga hinihingi namin footages, which I'm going to share the video of the confessions na yung lagana po na nagtuturo kung saan sila pipila, kung kanino silang immigration magpapa-interview, ay ang tinuturo po nila ay mga kawani. Whether ito ay talagang totoong, hindi naman po natin sinasabi na ito ay talagang kawani ng ating paliparan or ng NAIA, pero I really appreciate the ongoing investigations of DOTR, OTC as well as NAIA, and I'm very much willing to undergo their investigations regardless po if we are a member of the House of Congress. Unang-una, sabi nga po nila na if a person talk to you or trying to annoy you, you have to count up 1 to 5. If a person is much older than you have to count up to 15 para lang gumaang ang iyong pakiramdam. Pero kung ang asawa niyo naman po ang nangbubuli sa inyo, you have to keep on counting and stop talking po. Muli po ang aking mensahe, mas bilang isang dapat ehemplo ng gobyerno ay dapat po ay talagang habaan natin ang pisi, lalong-lalo na nga po ngayon ay lahat po, wala na po tayong pwedeng itago, lahat po may camera phone, lahat po may CCTV, at hindi rin po natin naman mapapagsalita, lalong-lalo na to itay kuha sa CCTV. So, dobling ingat or 10 beses na doble-dobling ingat sa pakikitungo po sa ibang tao. Respect others so that we will be respected too. So, actually, sir, para po hindi maging bias and self-serving, I will not going to file the resolution by myself, but I cannot stop the House of Representatives, especially the appropriate committee or the Committee on Transportations, to file a resolution investigating in regards to the sharing of highly secured information such as video from CCTV footage directly from the Office of the Transport Security, because this also worries us and concerns us in regard to national security matter po. So I will leave this investigation to the OTR and OTS as well as the House of Representatives po. Opo, sir. Hi, Sir Marlon. Yes, sir. Most welcome naman po. Hindi naman po natin maaawat. Ganyan po talaga ang aming liderato, na wala po tayong kinikilingan at wala po tayong kinakampihan pagdating po sa mga investigations. Then, I welcome, of course, I really respect my boss and minority leader, Danny Suarez, if he will going to initiate an ethics complaints against me dahil sa inasal ko sa airport. And tulad nga po na sinabi ko, I really appreciate and I'm very much willing and open whatever investigation, whether it's the House of Representatives, the Ethics Committee, as well as the DOTR or NAIA po. Rinirespeto ko rin po yun, kaya nga I will wait for the thorough investigations and as well as the findings of the investigating committee of the OTR and OTS po. Kung yun man po ang kanilang sinabi, and then kung mapapatunayan naman po na ito ay talagang wala doon sa aking sinabi, ay of course, as early as now, I would like to extend my apologies. Pero yung mga tinatawag nating escort system sa mga VIP, wherein nakikita naman po natin, it's so obvious, especially mga kababayan natin sa airport, na may mga ibang nationality talaga na mismong empleyado pa ng NAIA ang nagbubuhat ng kanila or naghahatak ng kanilang mga bag. At pagdating nila doon, meron na silang mga boarding passes, and sometimes they even use courtesy lanes to just go through past the long queue line. So ang sa akin lang po, dapat po ay pantay-pantay. Sir, maraming salamat po, at humihingi po ako ng taus-pusong paumanhin at kapatawaran, lalong-lalo na po sa mga kaibigan natin sa media rito sa House of Representatives, at muli po patawad po. Maraming salamat po, and God bless you all po. Thank you.
Okay, so that is Congressman John Bertis of, well, the viral video that has actually been making the rounds on social media. Most of us, I'm sure, have seen that, and he's profusely apologizing for that incident that happened at the NAIA. Again, this is the video we're showing you. This was taken, well, upon the congressman, I think he was about to board a flight to Cebu. And again, this made the rounds on social media since, I believe, yesterday. The congressman profusely, again, apologizing for this. He sends his sincere apology to NAIA, the affected personnel, and he even went as far as even apologizing to the netizens. He said that, well, you know, he's human. There are times that he is stressed or pwedeng mainit din daw ang kanyang ulo. So, but again, he says that there's no excuse for his actions. Again, apologizing to everybody, in fact. And he said that if there's anything to learn from this, it's really to extend his patience. And he says to respect others so that others will respect you. We're also waiting a press conference from NAIA's General Manager, Ed Monreal. He's the one there seated in the middle. Of course, the GM should be able to give us information on what kind of investigation is going on with regards to this video. Let's go back just a little bit. The congressman was saying that the reason he acted this way was because there were some Chinese nationals who may have skipped the screening process. So that is something that we want to find out from the GM. Let's go to his press conference.
Congressman Bertis, the GM would like to make a statement, and we will be entertaining questions later. GM, sir.
Nagpauna na si, hello, test. Nagpauna na si Maki. Kaya bibigyan ko sa priority ng 3 question lang daw. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for not entertaining the calls which I've been receiving since yesterday and until this morning. Reason being is I want to see for myself the complete footage, both the OTS, the Octopus camera, and likewise the surveillance camera that MIA has. So pasensya na po sa inyo dahil ayoko man humarap sa inyo na hindi ko kabisado at hindi ko nakita yung buong kwento dahil may mga kanya-kanya, may konting aligasyon si Congressman Bertis alleging that meron hong mga Chinese looking na nauna sa kanya na nakalusot daw po na hindi yata po na allegedly na hindi ko natanggal yung sapatos. Katatapos ko lang ho kanina bago mag-alas 12 ma-review yung lahat ng dalawang footage, both MIA and OTS, sa aking pagtitingin at pag-evaluate kasama ko ang ating mga tauhan, ay wala ho kaming nakitang allegedly na mga Chinese looking. Na-review ko po yung CCTV about 20 minutes prior to the incident. Wala po kaming nakita. So, yun lang ho ang aking unang gustong sagutin. At, pero kung meron hong ibang ebidensya po ang ating mahal na congressman, ayan po itutuloy namin. Dahil unang-una ho, kung meron man at talagang merong ina-assist o kaya pinapacilitate ang aking mga tauhan kasi nakalagay ho ron ay media, NAIA staff, ay hindi ho po pwede yan. At yan mismo talaga aaktuhan namin. At dapat ho, hindi ho dapat ginagawa yon. But as far as I have seen the footage, both the OTS and the Terminal 2 surveillance camera, wala po akong nakita na magpapatunay na meron pong mga ganong nauna sa kanila. So, if you wish, I can start answering questions, Maki, since gusto mong mauna muna, registered first your intention to.
Sir, may nabanggit po, may nakausap niyo na po ba yung SSO? Ano pong pagkakapaliwanag niya sa inyo?
Ako personal hindi ko nakausap kasi wala siya kanina. Pero meron ho sa akin pinabot na statement. Diba? Meron ng official report. At base ho sa akin, kasi nangyari ganito po yan. Nung Saturday morning, kararating ko lang ho noon galing ho sa bakasyon. At may nakita ho akong missed call kay Congressman Bertis at hindi ko na sagot kagad. At yan ay tinawagan ko naman po siya. So agaran na sinabi niya sa akin yung kanyang na experience na mayroong arrogance po yung ating SSO. Agaran ko naman pong inutusan si Colonel Bernal na kumuha ng initial report. At ang sabi naman po dun sa report ay parang wala namang ganong sitwasyon. At ako naman po ay biglang nag-apologize na po kay Congressman Bertis kung may pagkukulang ang tauhan ng OTS. Dahil ang OTS po operationally under control ng MIA, ako po humingi ng pamanhin na kung may pagkukulang ang aming tauhan, at siya rin po ay nagsabi na, nag-apologize din, di ba? Nag-apologize din yung SSO na kung may pagkukulang siya, ay siya ay nagsusorry. Ako naman, bagamat siyempre happy ng ating paliparan, siguro tama lang kung na ginawa ko na ako na mismo nagparating sa kanya ng pagpapamanhin kung may pagkukulang ang ating mga tauhan. However, yun na nga ho, lumabas yung video na that has been, became viral.
May kailangan ba kayong ipag-sorry, sir? Dun sa insidente?
Alam mo, Maki, I guess it's just a protocol. Not really sorry because there was something wrong that really happened. My apologies being the head of the MIA. Magpakumbaba ho tayo. Kung may pagkukulang man, kahit walang pagkukulang, tayo ay naghumihingi ng how's the right word? Apology. Kasi tao lang naman tayo. Kung may pagkukulang yung aking tauhan bilang under husa ng supervision sa MIA, it's about right that tayo ay humingi ng paumanhin. Tayo magpakumbaba kung may pagkukulang sa nagawa na naging, sabi nga na may arrogance yung staff. But sa nakikita ko, parang wala naman. But wala naman kung masama kung magsusorry ho tayo.
Sir, so, do you think Congressman Bertis was at fault, sir? For yung asal na pinakita, sir?
Wala ho doon sa particular na sitwasyon. Yung footage na nakikita natin ay wala hong voice, walang boses. So hindi ho natin ang masasabi na tama yung asal niya. Kasi definitely actions are supposed to be together with voice, intonation, and all those. Nakikita lang ho natin na meron siyang pinakita. Hindi ko pwedeng ma-conclude na ngayon na talagang may masamang asa. Ang importante lang ho dito, may pagkukulang ho yata ang ating kongresista na hindi sumunod sa protocol. So, balik tayo sa number 1. So, boundary ka na. Anong ID? Yes, ma'am. Kami po ay nagbibigay ng ID doon sa kay Congressman. Ba? Ano yun ba? Hindi, diretso yung tanong, ma'am.
Hindi na ba niya kailangan tanggal ng sapatos?
Okay.
Ano yung, sir, responsibilidad mo as an ID holder?
Ang ID ho ay isang kortesiya sa ating mga tauhan, sa ating mga kinagagalang na mga legislators at government offices. Yan ho ay hindi pribilehyo na para i-circumvent o hindi ho mag-submit sa security protocols, lalo't na kung siya ay isang pasahero. Yan po ay mandato ng ICAO, mandato po ng security protocols ng ating paliparan. Hindi lang ho yan dito sa ating paliparan, sa buong mundo, na kailangan ho, if you're a passenger, definitely you're supposed to follow the protocols of the security procedures. Babalik na ako rito, tapos na. Tatlo lang question mo, di ba? Ay, hindi. Let's, pinagbigyan natin ng tatlo. Ulit muna tayo rito.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify yourself? I'm sorry.
Sir, good afternoon. I'm Trisha Tan from CNN Philippines. Sir, can we now determine if he indeed violated and kung may penalties na pala ipapataw yung naiya sa kanya or if we're finding any charges against him?
Hindi ho sa amin ang regulator. Kami ho ay implementer lang, operation control. Ang regulator ho natin ay Office of the Transport Security. Hindi ko pa alam yung kung may ipapataw man o wala.
Pero sir, yung question na sa kanina, i-revoke ba yung ID?
Wala pa akong nakikitang rason.
Kahit despite the breach, sir, security breach na ginagawa ni Congressman Bertis?
May mga proseso ho yan. So, sa ngayon, wala ho kaming tinutukoy na revocation ng kanyang ID.
Jackie?
Gaano kalawak yung coverage ng ID na yun at sino-sino ang pwedeng magkaroon ng ID na yan?
Marami ho ang coverage ng mayroong ID sa paliparan. Unang-una, mga empleyado ng ating paliparan, some of the Philippine National Police who are assigned here in the airport, government agencies, nandyan po ang Kongreso, andyan ho yung nagsisecure ng ating Pangulo, marami ho, diplomatic corps, meron ho sila. Basically, they're here for a purpose. They're here as part of their duty.
Gerard?
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Sir, may mga nagtatanong siguro ng mga pasahero, bakit may mga times daw na hindi na pinapatanggal yung sapatos and this time pinapatanggal yung sapatos? Ano po bang meron and what could warrant yung pagtatanggal ng sapatos?
Okay, salamat sa tanong ng Gerard. There are 3 security protocols o level that we implement. Meron security level o SECO 1, meron ho yung SECO 2, and SECO 3. Sa ngayon po, base sa guidelines ng OTS, because sila ho ang nagbibigay, being the regulator, ng panuntunan kung anong level of security ang ipapatupad. Tayo po ay nasa security level 2. Kung tawagin natin, SECO 2. Isa ho sa requirement ng mga pasahero, lalo pa alis, ang pag-divest ng mga gamit sa kanilang mga bulsa, sa kanilang katawan, at kasama rin po ang pagtanggal ng sapatos at yung sapatos na ipapasok po sa X-ray. Yes, ma'am.
So, kailangan po ba talaga magbigay ng VIP treatment dun sa mga government officials? Di ba dapat sila po yung magsisilbing halimbawa sa publiko?
Ang binibigyan lang po natin VIP treatment ay ang ating Pangulo. Lahat po yan dapat sumunod sa protocols.
Maki mo na. Sam.
Hindi, sige, wala ka nagtatanong, Maki? Okay, thank you.
Sir, sa mga nakalipas na panahon ba, nagkaroon na tayo ng ganitong same case, like meron parang yung ano lang mga komento ng iba, parang may nag-angas na meron pong hawak na ID na ang ID po?
Mahigit 2 taon pa lang ako rito. So far, wala pa po akong na-encounter at wala ko rin na-report sa akin na gano'n.
Sir, pwede pa siya.
Sige, ma'am.
Explain lang po, bakit ba importante na pagka nasa security level po pa, ay magtanggal ng sapatos na kitaan sa X-ray?
Meron tayong panuntunan yan. Allow me to read the protocols. Kasama ko yan sa Annex 17 ng security protocols which is governed by the International Aviation Security, International Civil Aviations. Ang parte ho ng preventive measures, security measures, 4.2, if I may just allow me to read. Each contracting state shall ensure that the access to airside areas at the airport serving civil aviation is controlled in order to prevent unauthorized entry. Ang binention ko kanina ay parte lang ho yan ng total security level. Hindi yung sa airside, iba pa rin ho yun. Ang naidagdag lang po sa security level 2 ay one of which is ang pagtanggal po ng sapatos. Iyan po ay nakaset sa standards ng ating mga ng ating panuntunan.
Sherwin?
Sir, doon lang po sir, kaso nga question ni Congressman Bertis kung paano at sino yung nag-authorize na maglabas ng copy ng CCTV na naging dahilan na nag-viral yung insidente sa social media. Ano pong take lang ang dito?
Well, unang-una, yan ho yung isa sa aking pinagtanong kanina. Kung meron hong sa aming hanay ay may nagbigay at naglabas ng footage. Siyempre, outright ho yun. Sasabihin nila, hindi. Just be transparent about it. But we're still investigating kung sino po at saan galing yung pag-share ng footage na galing po doon sa Octopus, which is under OTS. Wala naman ako nakikitang liability so far sa ngayon. Kasi unang-una ho, kailangan mapinpoint natin kung sino talaga ang tao na pinagkunan nun. Ang accountable person yun, if proven, yung taong nag-share nun. Pero yung opisina, hindi naman ho siguro karapat-dapat na, I know, let's say, Mia ho yun. Pwede bang sabihin na akong accountable? Maybe yes. But the person definitely has to stand out and take the accountability. So, marami na hong paparaan ngayon eh. Hindi ho natin, marami ho tayong pinagtitingnan na posibilidad. Pero as to who and when and how, yan po ay pinagtitingnan ho natin.
Itchy.
What do you mean with that?
Why do they have to remove?
Pindutin mo.
Why do they have to remove the shoes? Why the shoes?
Okay. Sa tao hong na-assign doon, naka-assign pa ba ngayon? He's still within the ranks of OTS. Nandun pa ho siya. Hindi ko lang alam kung the same assignment siya ngayon, pero nandun ho siya at wala naman hong pagbabago sa kanyang status of employment. Okay, why the shoes? Baka sapatos ni Cinderella yan eh. Now, kidding aside, meron ho kasing mga insidente in the past na yung sapatos ay pwedeng singitan ng kung ano-anong kontrabando. Pwede rin hong singitan ng bomba. Di ba nung araw mayroong mga findings after 9/11 ay may mga pangyayari na merong mga pagkakataon, lalo nung araw, di ba, ikaw, matagal ka na rito, ma'am. Yung mga platform shoes nung araw, ginagawa, sinisingitan ng patalim o anuman, just to avoid the drugs para maiwasan at hindi makita yung kanilang dala-dala. So that's the reason why even sleepers at some point are being asked to requested to put into the X-ray para compliant ho tayo at hindi ho tayo masita ng ating international auditors, which is the TSA, the US, Canada, Australia, Europe. Kailangan ho natin ayusin yon at sundan yung mga papanuntunan na yon. Dahil kung hindi ho, tayo naman ho ang malalagay sa alanganin. Baka sabihin yung mga airlines natin na hindi po pwedeng lumipad doon dahil meron tayong breaches in security.
Yes, ma'am.
May previous incident na po ba na-involve si Congress dito sa NAIA? This is the first time na...
Wala po ako maalala.
First time po?
I'm sure this is the first time because ngayon lang po nakarating sa akin.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, yung consequences of security breach, and in the case of Congressman Bernice, why was he allowed to still pass even if may violate na siyang security protocol?
Ang pag-deny ng isang pasahero sa kanyang pag-subject sa protocol ay nasa airline po yun kung hindi nila isasakay o hindi. Kami ho ay nandiyan ng facilities at yan po ay kailangan sundan at dapat sundan ng lahat ng mga pasahero kasi once you have a contract with the airline, you are submitting yourself to all these protocols and security validation. Kasi nga, lalo na pupunta ka ng Amerika, bago ka makakuha ng ticket, kailangan bibigay mo yung address mo sa Amerika, sino ang tutuluyan mo. Kumbaga sa may pre-clearance ka na eh. Lalo na po yung ganung mga bansang pupuntahan natin.
Jack?
Yung mga netizens kasi are concerned dito din sa pag-i-issue ng ID, gano'n po ba kailangan yung power? And ano po ba yung dahilan para ma-remove to? Kasi apparently dun sa video, yun yung ginamit niya na content na, I have an ID, I have an ID, kaya if I don't do anything. Ano po ba?
Hindi ho, gaya ho sa sinabi ko kanina, ang ID is ang courtesy privilege na binibigay ho natin sa mga taong may kailangan pumasok sa ating paliparan. Merong various steps on how the revocation of an ID is being followed. Pero sa ngayon ho, wala pa akong nakikitang rason na baka naman ho, nabigla lang si Congressman Bertis. Let's put it that way. Wala po. Tama ho yan kay Tito kay Senate President. Ang alam ko po wala. In fact, pag may pamilya ho siyang susunduin o iahatid, siya pa humihingi at nagre-request ng daily pass. At pwede rin ho siyang humingi kung gusto po niya. Base sa aking report na natanggap ay hindi po. Siya po ay pinatupad lang po niya ang tapat na trabaho. Siya po ay ginawa ang nararapat para ho protektahan ang lahat ng mga pasahero sa ating paliparan.
Gerard? Sam?
Sir, yun lang sa security level. Bakit yung tayo ngayon naka-list yung security level?
Yan po ay pinagbabasihan sa threat level. Hindi po kami ang nagbibigay niyan. Ibang ahensya po ang nagpapatupad ng SAM. At kami po ay, OTS specifically, is the one giving us the recommendation. And we're here to implement the recommendation, being the regulatory body ng security po ang OTS.
Para sa hindi po nakakaintindi ng security level po, ano ibig sabihin?
Asan na yung pa natin? Yung level of security. In brief, ang security level 1 ay is the regular process wherein you're not required to remove your shoes, but the divesting of metals in your pocket are a requirement. Okay. Pagdating ho, tsaka yung random checking, meron ho tayong sinatawag na random checking, mas mababa ho ang level. Let's say for a regular security level 1, ang random check ng mga check-in bag ay nasa 20 kada pwede mong gawin. Pagka tumaas ho ang level na security level 2, isang requirement ang pagtanggal ng sapatos. Pangalawa ay karagdagan po ay tinataas din ho yung binabawasan yung number ng random inspection.
Sherwin?
Sir, doon po sa viral video, nakita raw po na parang kinonfiscate, kinuha ni Congressman Bertis yung issued ID na suot ng OTS officer. Ano daw po yung authority ni Congressman to confiscate that ID and meron po ba siyang non-breach doon sa natural actuations?
Well, sa totoo lang wala po siyang karapatan kumpiska ng ID. Ang mas maganda po sana ang ginawa niya, siya ay tumawag ng isang supervisor nandun po sa area at pinarating ang kanyang disappointment para ho ma-actionan na nasa tamang proseso. I think, nakita ko dun sa video parang naibalik na po.
Chi? Yes, ma'am. Wala na? Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can you share with us, sir, based dun sa report, kung ano po yung version ng story ng OTS personnel? Like, what was his account of what happened po?
Bert, can you, ikaw yung nagbigay sa akin ng report. Do you still have it? Nasa text ko rito yung sinabi mo sa akin, pero ikaw na lang kasi ikaw nag-investiga. Kaya na lang parang sa direct from the
in brief, what the SSO narrated is that sinita naman niya yung lahat ng passengers. And it happened that si Congressman Bertis na hindi niya kilala, sinita rin niya kasi hindi nagtanggal ng shoes. And then, in spite of that advice, binalikan siya at kinonfronto siya, tinanggal yung kanyang daily pass or access pass. At saka umalis na si Congressman Bertis at sinabi niya na matagal bago na ibalik. Nag-respond din naman yung ating supervisor, senior supervisor doon. And then, ibinalik naman sa supervisor later yung daily pass. At humingi naman ng apology upon knowing na Congressman nga raw po yung involved. Yun.
Sinabi ba niya, sir, na sino ka ba? Sinabi ba, sir, ng SSO ninyo na sino ka ba?
recently sinabi nung na-narrate ni Abdul Hamilton na tinanong siya kung sino ka ba. Yan, nasabi niya yun. Wala namang sinabi po na.
Well, let me just go back to the question earlier kung sino ang entitled ng VIP. Base ko sa protocols natin, ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas ang pwedeng bigyan ng VIP. Pero, let me just put this on record, na ang ating Pangulo ay hindi ho humihingi ng VIP treatment. Siya po ay sumusunod sa lahat ng patakaran ng ating airport. I hope I made myself clear. The driver's license. Then, meron ho silang kinatawag natin na security awareness seminar. Kailangan ho yan for you to be able to get, apart from the other requirements like NBI, barangay clearance, or what have you, meron hong security seminars na pinapatupad ng ating paliparan. It's a one-day seminar. The reason for that is to give the ID holders the idea and the requirements on how to use the ID. Kasi may mga areas po yan na pwede nilang pasukan depende sa kulay, depende o sa restriction ng kanilang MIA ID.
Jackie? Any more questions?
Nag-sorry na sa amin?
Yeah, to everyone.
Wala naman problema sa amin. I think persons, anybody for that matter, regardless of your stature, pag umiho ng paumanhin, ibig sabihin, kailangan naman po natin tanggapin ang kanilang paghihingi ng apology. Kahit ang ating Panginoong Jesucristo, pag umingiho kayo ng tawad, ay pinagbibigyan mo tayo.
Sir, last po. Ano po yung mapapayo niyo sa mga government officials since yung Pangulo po hindi humingi ng VIP?
Ano po?
Ano po yung mapapayo niyo sa mga government officials na dumadaan ng airport since ang Pangulo po hindi humingi ng VIP treatment?
Well, as I've said earlier, base sa ating protocols, ang Pangulo ng Pilipinas ay siya ang may deserving to have a VIP treatment. Pero uulitin ko, ang ating Pangulong, ang mahal nating Pangulong Duterte ay hindi humihingi ng VIP treatment.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, ano mangyayari after itong discussion natin and mag-investiga ang MIA? Sinong mag-pursue kung meron makikitang problema with regards sa naging attitude ni Congressman?
I will leave it up to the other offices to follow if there's a need to follow up.
Sino to sa OTS?
Hindi yun. Independent body ho, independent agencies ho kami. So, probably legislative kung meron man. Pero hindi ko sinasabi na kailangan. Ang sabi ko lang ho, kasi there are 3 branches of government. Hindi naman po kami po pwede, lalo na po ako, hindi ko pwedeng pagungunahan at iutos yun. So, we leave it up to the agencies that has an authority over that situation.
Thank you, sir.
Other questions? Wala na? So
wala na akong utang sa inyo, ha? Pasensya na kayo. Gusto ko sa'yo makita lahat muna yung sitwasyon bago ako humarap sa inyo. At wala nang tatawag siguro. Pasensya naman, daming tawag sa akin kung wala kahapon.
Okay, everybody, thank you very much.
All right, GM Ed Monreal there of the NAIA. Just a couple of points the GM made is that number 1, he in fact looked into the video even 20 minutes prior to the video of Congressman John Bertis. The reason for this is because the congressman was alleging that there were Chinese-looking individuals who actually made it through the X-ray and the security without having to take off their shoes. GM Monreal saying that he looked 20 minutes prior to Congressman John Bertis showing up in that CCTV footage, and they did not see what the congressman is alleging. Second is the issue of the ID to which Congressman Bertis was seen. He was flashing this ID to this security personnel. He said that, yes, he admits, GM Monreal, that they give IDs. It's a courtesy just rather for legislators and even some members of government offices. But he highlights it is not to circumvent security protocol. That means that even with this ID, the GM is saying that everyone should be able to go through security personnel. This is not a pass, or this does not exempt you from any security protocols. Again, he also says that the VIP treatment is only given to a president, to President Rodrigo Duterte, to whom he says that the president never even asked for any VIP treatment. Third, to highlight is that they're still looking into who authorized the sharing of the CCTV footage. That is still being investigated, who, when, and how. And also he points out they gave an account on this security personnel that came in contact with Congressman John Bertis. Ang sinabi po is, what the security personnel did was sinita daw niya all the passengers, including Bertis. He did not know that he was a congressman. Sinita din daw niya si Congressman Bertis because he did not take off his shoes. He also admits that he told the congressman, sino ka ba? Eventually, of course, the GM is saying that they did apologize because of the incident. Why? Well, out of humility, GM was saying, because there could have been shortcomings on the part of his personnel. Prior to this press conference, also a press conference from Congressman John Bertis, ex-OFW party list representative. He says he's sorry. He apologized profusely about what happened at the NAIA involving him and that security screening official, but he apologizes to the NAIA, even to the netizens. He also insists that he is the duty representative of his party list, and that because of the viral video, he says that he's actually been receiving death threats.
Sir, actually hindi ko pa po napanood kasi papunta po ako rito galing airport kanina, tapos dumiretso ako doon sa ibang station na rin po. I'm very much willing to subject myself naman for any investigations, just to be fair to the public. If the House of Representatives and appropriate committees will going to conduct its own investigation, definitely I will not going to join or inhibit myself, just to be fair. But I fully respect the investigations that being conducted by NAIA under General Manager Edmond Monreal, as well as the DOTR OTC, which is the Office of the Transport Security. And I just would like to express my sincerest and deepest apology to the public dun sa nakapanood po ng video, and I'm really sorry. I shouldn't act that way. It's very uncalled for a public official to act that way. Although, if there are some lapses that happened this morning, I should just have reported it and then never reacted that I grabbed the ID of that gentleman. Ako nga lang po, as you can see from the CCTV, I didn't want to comment anymore. If it is the full length of the CCTV or it was spliced and edited. Pero as usual po, I travel once a week or once every 2 weeks to provinces and other international destination din po. Parang naging part of life ko na rin po to that I every time I will go to the second checkpoint, I remove my belt, sometimes my watch, and then cellphone, put it in my backpack. And it was shown on the CCTV rin na I was grabbing my backpack without the person asking me na, kasi nga wala naman pong nag-alarm or hindi naman po tumunog yung barrier. So I just thought that okay na kasi nga usually pagka...
All right, and to this, GM Monreal was saying that of course he accepts the apology of Congressman Bertis. Stay tuned to CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb.